It was about the middle of the day by the time I crossed over into Colorado. I just filled up the truck and picked up some snacks and drank and all that. And I thought it'd help me, to stay woke on this drive, man. I hear truck driving, man. Man, it get rough sometimes. It's you get sleep, man, but it's something. I do it for the money. I do it because it's all I know, but it never feel good, man. I just never get used to this in a different state every day, man. But anyway, after I done drove straight through the night, ain't nothing I put in my body was gonna like give me some real, gonna replace sleep, But anyway, I'm traveling through this little quiet little air stretch at Whirlwind. Wasn't really nothing else out there, man. And I started getting real groggy, and I tried to keep the radio on, but the mountains, boy, them dang mountains, man, you don't get no reception out there. And I had, I ain't got CDs and junk no more, so. And I had the AC on, and even though it's still been cold, without it, man, my eyes started to just get cloudy, and this little time started to pass, and I couldn't remember what happened the last few minutes. And I knew I had to pull off the highway and get some sleep in a minute, man. And I told myself that I'd stop at the next little rest stop or whatever I seen and just get enough sleep, just enough to get me back going. Now, when I pulled off the next exit, I ain't really see nothing, I ain't really see no businesses or, nothing, man. No fast food places, no gas stations. Now, usually you always saw a gas station, man. And especially, just nowhere, man. So, now I found myself driving down a much smaller mountain road thinking it needed to be someone, around here who could point me in the direction of, the next stuff, man. Because my GPS wasn't really working. Like it was just barely showing me the road. So I couldn't see the stuff that was around me or whatever, man. I couldn't search nothing, It's just, I learned a little trick when you out here on the road. Keep your GPS on. Don't turn it off. As long as you keep it on, even if you lose connection, it'll keep you moving. It'll stay up there. But if you take it down and try to restart, it ain't gonna work. You just gotta keep it up there. Like, even if you're on your phone, if you use your GPS, and you can use it, then you can turn your data off, and it'll keep GPSing. But if you exit out the GPS and try to get back in and you ain't got no data no more, you just scarred, man. So it's just a little trick I learned, but but I couldn't, search for food in whatever place and I could just stop on the side of the highway, but I don't know, it just never feel. I just like stopping where there's other people at, man, because when you just randomly stop somewhere, it's more dangerous. You can get hit by another truck or, I don't want to stop plus I'm a chocolate person, man. I don't want to stop in the middle of some racist sheriff town or something and be, you sleepy? A truck driver like you shouldn't be out here sleeping on the side of the road, that's what I'm trying to, ain't getting me, man. So anyway, I'm driving down a little side mountain road or whatever, and the road was long, just like most of the exit, and they had anything that show why anybody would want to be there. And as I thought, I just reached up to rub my eyes, and the man walked out in front of the truck. And I couldn't react quick enough to slam on my brakes. And I hit the man. I'm doing about 45 miles an hour. Now, I seen him go up on the front of the truck and roll around, man. And then I seen he went whipping around like the thing, whipping down the side of the truck, hitting all up on the side of it. I was like, man, guys, dog, that just look like something out of a movie or something, man. And he went flying on down. And I slammed on the brakes hard as I could, man. And I was hoping I ain't run him over too, man. And my eyes shot open, man. I'm looking around, and my heart, man, was dancing like it ain't never danced before, man. And once guess what? I wasn't sleepy no more, man. And my mind was just racing all over the place, man. It's crazy how in a moment your mind can have so many thoughts go across it. Everything from I just killed him to I'm finna lose my job to I'm finna leave and I hope that nobody just see it. Just all this junk just went through my mind almost instantly, man. And so now I'm just sitting there, and now I'm trying to think of what I should do next. Should I call the police? I can't, they it probably can't reach him, man, and I don't even know how I could tell him where I'm at. Shoot. And then should I, drive off, let somebody else find him? Maybe he okay. Shoot, maybe I just knocked the wind out of him or something, man. Nothing had ever prepared me for this, man. And I could feel all the melanin get sucked out of my face. And I'm still sitting there gripping the steering wheel so hard. My freaking hands was hurting, man. Forearms and everything was hurting. And I looked in the mirrors, and I seen him laying on the ground. And I couldn't see much about him, man. It looked like he was, it looked like a black man. I don't know what a black man doing out here in the middle of the dang mountains, man. And I'm just looking back at him, and my heart just, man, I felt just so bad, man, when I just seen him laying there on the road. And I'm just wishing and praying that he'd move and just get up and dust himself off or something, man. But after all these couple of seconds go by, nothing but stillness, man. And I swallowed my fear and got up out the car. Out the truck or whatever. And I kept my eyes on the man, and I looked back at him. And then I realized he wasn't wearing no clothes, man. He just was butt booty naked, man. And that kind of, that really kind of freaked me out, man. So the state he was in, it had me just shook up, man. And it wasn't no blood on the ground. And he was like, it was no blood. But he had these big gashes in him, man. And it was a big tear in his skin, which reached from his neck down to like his lower back. And it was little smaller rips and cuts all over him and the rest of his body. And his arms and legs was twisted and like mangled up. And I almost broke down crying right there, man. And I'm just fighting to keep myself together. And I got out, man. And like I said, I was out and I was moving towards him. And I'm like, hey, sir. And that's when he started moving. And I felt good for a moment, but that didn't last. And his arms and legs started cracking where they lifted his body up off the ground. And his joints like rotated in ways I ain't even think was possible. And he twisted his wrists and ankles and stuff to support him on his hands and feet and stuff. And his spine stretched out and curved. And it was snapping with each little like motion he was doing. His neck jerked from side to side, and his breath was slow and loud at first, but it got quicker and quicker with each like exhale, man. Like he was coming back to life or something. And his head went upward, and his face was just as cut up as the rest of him, and his eyes was completely white, and his jaw hung down like it came off the hinge or something, man. And he started to walk like towards me down on all fours real slow. Now of course I couldn't stay. I got up in that truck, man, and I put the pedal through the floor. And you ever seen a truck burn rubber before? Shoot, I could see that thing was he's still chasing, and he sprinting behind me on his hands and feet. And his head and jaw was moving from side to side as he ran. And it must have run me down. I'm talking about miles, man. Miles. Judging by how fast I was driving to get away from it. look, I don't even know what to say. By the time I found the highway again, I finally lost it, and I found myself, with that was all the caffeine stimulation and rest I needed, man. And after this, I dropped this load. I'm taking this truck back to the company I got it from, parking that mug, and calling my baby to come get me. I'm gonna find me something else to do, goddamn.